But the Heat have been for tonight's game. Hit the SAP button as we're underway for Game 3. The Heat 8-1 on their home floor in the postseason. The only loss against New Jersey. O'Neal, quick shot, and just like that, that's how he started Game 2. He hit his first shot.
Well, Mike, when you turn away from the defense, going to the baseline, the jumper is there and also power move. It'll be interesting to see. Always go away from the double teamer.
Nowitzki deflected out of bounds. The reaction here in Miami in the last couple of days after the two losses varied depending on who you talk to. One headline said it's time to panic. Another headline said the Heat can regroup. So some still believe that this team can turn it around on their home floor. Nowitzki, tough shot defended well by Haslem, but DeSagana with the offensive rebound.
Now, when you look at the Dallas offense, understand that they are shooting extremely well from the floor, the three-point shooting, and also on the foul line. Outstanding stats in the two home games.
And when we talk about Miami tough at home, the Mavs have been a terrific road team in these playoffs. Howard misses. They've clinched all three of their previous series on the road, so they have not been intimidated by hostile environments.
Now, looking at Miami, you know that, look, they're 8-1 in this building during the playoffs. They average 100 points. But in this series, they're only scoring 83. Everyone says, well, they're going to shoot a high percentage. In the 9 playoff games, over 51%. Can they do it tonight against this defense that has been superb?
DeSagana called for his first foul already, denying O'Neal. Wade makes his move. Finding an opening. Walker, good wide open three. Can't get it to fall. And excellent job boxing out and then pursuing.
Dallas, a terrific defensive rebounding team, and the one stat that is just eye-popping, they're averaging 6.6 more rebounds a game in this series.
Adrian Griffin gets inside, but off the mark, and Haslem kicks it out. And Haslem playing with that bad shoulder. They need him. He's one of their toughness players as Wade gets inside. Got too close to the rim. Nowitzki, that's a three. And the Mavericks off to a slow start. They've had a number of slow starts shooting in the postseason. They're 0 for 4.
We have two excellent defensive rebounding teams here. It's extremely hard to get an offensive rebound and score.
Adrian Griffin. That's why he's out there on the floor. An excellent defender with the strip. And here's Terry. Terry with the big game one. Had the 32 points. Did more distributing in game 2 and gets their first bucket tonight. There's the double team right away on O'Neal. And Key, how will he handle it tonight?
There you go, repost. That's great. See, that's good basketball.
And he gathered himself, took his time, Ubi.
Now that has been missing. Anytime that you throw out, you repost, you get your defender on your back, you have a chance to do a power move.
Howard. And Howard with 3. Josh Howard, the all-around versatile player for the Mavericks, still hasn't got red-hot shooting. He's got that ability. He's not a great outside shooter, but he can certainly knock down three-pointers.
Well, everyone is dangerous on the Dallas team when they step behind that three-point line.
Wade draws the foul. And right now, Miami very aggressive going to the basket.
Now, in the early going, Shaq has started out with a baseline move, and now kick it out. Now watch, see, as the defense moves away, now you step back down inside, and you got yourself a nice power move. And that's what it is, power basketball on reposting. Kick it out, let the defensive guy, Dirk Nowitzki, rotate out to his man, throw the ball right back in again, and you should be within 6 to 8 feet of the basket.
The foul is on Griffin as Wade goes to the line for the first time. He misses a free throw. He's even struggling a bit at the line as we go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, the Heat did not practice yesterday, but both Dwyane Wade and Shaquille O'Neal were here late last night at the arena, about 10:30, getting some extra work in. I asked Dwyane about it, and he said, it's nothing that we plan. It's happened a lot throughout the course of the season. He said, I'll just decide to go into the gym. I'll look up, and the big fellow will already be there, or vice versa. He said, we don't really talk. He's down at his end doing his thing. I'm on my end doing mine. Mike?
Well, Lisa, they asked him, what do you have to change when the series goes to Miami? They asked him after game 2. He said everything. And he's trying to make everything work, putting in the extra time as we're tied at 5. Howard, tied up. Inside, blocked by O'Neal, but a goaltend.
Now, Pat Riley very upset at Kenny Mauer right there. He thought that the ball was still on the way up. Now, right there, you can see the ball. Look, from that angle, it looked like the ball was still on the way to the glass, and it was up.
Yep, I agree.
I thought it was a good shot.
Perhaps letting that one go. Instead, down.
If this is your first look at Miami in this building, they shot a high percentage all year. They were the second best field goal pursuit team in the league, but Dallas has negated all of that.
O'Neal with the steal and the head to Williams.
Nice.
Shaquille O'Neal stripping the opposing point guard.
Well, that right there, Jason Terry fell asleep that time. He's been able to explode to getting into the middle of the floor.
As Riley said, of course, Shaquille O'Neal didn't speak after Game 2. He was fined $10,000 by the NBA for failing to appear at the mandatory press conference afterwards. The Heat, as a team, fined $25,000. He has not sent it in yet, but he's talking with his play so far here in Game 3. Nowitzki off the mark.
Dallas is right here. You know that, the early energy with the building, with this team down 0-2. You knew that they would come out here tonight and be executing and giving you a lot of movement. Beautiful backdoor.
3 assists already for Shaquille O'Neal, and the Heat lead by 6.
Now that was just a great backdoor move. That play was timed and set up perfectly.
8 straight points, exactly the start that Riley wanted. Howard steps back. And Dampier, nice job. Erick Dampier, who has played extremely well.
Well, and if Shaq is going to leave to go to the other side of the lane to help out, Dampier will be alone.
Jason Williams, good drive, can't finish, although he wants a foul.
Well, this game tonight, you can see it, Mike. They're allowing contact early, so you must adjust.
Well, Williams call for the foul there. He's saying, hey, wait a minute. How about down the other end as he picks up his first, and they'll take it out of bounds. First team foul against Miami, and Devin Harris, the speedy point guard, will check in. And Terry will sit early. Avery Johnson, because he has such a deep bench, not afraid to put guys in, whether it be fatigue, lack of defensive effort. He'll take guys right out. Stackhouse also in for the first time.
Oh, boy, he had a layup.
He was open.
Yes, he was.
And Nowitzki, a slow start. He's 0 for 4 from the field.
You just hate to see the decision made so early on the drive, because Stackhouse one more dribble and he had an uncontested layup. Now, he has been a monster in this series. Game 1, Game 2, coming off the bench, shooting a high percentage, getting you solid double figures, and then the assist, another bonus.
Right back to O'Neal. Drives hard at Dampier. And Shaquille O'Neal with a superb start.
If you're Pat Riley, you're happy right now, mainly because the big fella is showing you different moves. He's just not staying with one set move.
Williams tried to force it, turnover. Here comes Stackhouse, one man to beat. Stackhouse, nice drive. And then the ball knocked away. So a 4-point lead for Miami.
We say with Dallas, they're very opportunistic. They come off, you get the ball up the floor, they're constantly looking. Now here's Stackhouse, the points, 32 points over the Miami bench in the 2 games. The field goal percentage has been outstanding.
They call a technical foul for hanging on the rim for Dwyane Wade on that play. Now, that's not considered an unsportsmanlike technical, so it won't affect if he gets another technical. It won't be an automatic ejection. It's a non-unsportsmanlike check. Let's see if he did. By raising himself up, there's nobody underneath. Sometimes they let that go, but Jack needs that time. And the one-shot technical.
Mike, the rule is you cannot lift yourself on the rim if there's no one underneath. So that was an easy call by Jackie Neese.
And the fans chanting, refs, we don't agree. Or something like that. Howard steps back. Nice shot from Howard.
Well, he has a feel tonight. You can see it. He opened up, he hit his first shot, and it was a distant shot. And then he's looking to score early.
Haslem can't connect. Mavs looking to push. Howard inside, blocked by O'Neal. Here comes Jason Williams.
Oh, look out, 3-on-1.
Gets it inside to Walker. And Walker blows the layup. But O'Neal gets hammered. Smart play from Devin Harris.
Absolutely.
Fans want a flagrant, but no way. That's just a good hard foul to prevent the shot.
Now, the coaching staff would have been all over Harris if he didn't foul Shaq in that situation. See, there's a situation. Play the ball up off the board, please. so that you make the easy layup. You know, that was a difficult trying to put it in on a swish from the side. Bad decision.
I can tell by your reaction, that type of missed layup drives coaches crazy. So O'Neal will go to the line where, of course, that's been a story. Just 2 of 16. He's had his problems over the years, but these first 2 games have been brutal. And he's going to have to hit some free throws tonight. And the line drive is good.
Well, then, you made a little statement before about Wade and Shaq in here last night, the late hours, working on whatever parts of their game. And you could see Shaq in the playoffs, 38%. And then the first 2 games, you know, you just say, how can that happen?
This place will go crazy if he hits both. And there's his dad, Sergeant Philip Harrison, leading the cheers. Will that be a sign for the Miami Heat as they lead by 5?
Yeah, they're playing perfect basketball right now, Mike, and they're only ahead by 5 points. I like what Dallas is doing. No one's getting upset. No one forcing shots. They're staying within what they do. Their execution is there. And then we have not seen Miami miss yet, which will open up the fast break game for Dallas.
Haslem, that foul, his first, and the team's third. You shoot on the 5th. Haslem comes right back with the steal.
Oh, what a bad decision that was. And Dirk is wide open.
Jason Williams, offensive foul. Excellent defense from Devin Harris. Basket will not count.
Devin Harris has such great quick feet. He moves so quick. He anticipates when you leave the floor. Now just watch this, and then he will take it right in the chest.
So Harris, excellent defense. Devin Harris, the young man who grew up in Milwaukee, was not a highly rated high school player, went to Wisconsin and became a terrific player. Struggled his first year in the NBA, had his ups and downs like many rookies. But boy, has he come alive here in the postseason as Nowitzki gets his first rest.
Now, right now, you have the speed merchants in the backcourt. You have Devin Harris, and then you have Jason Terry with Stackhouse up front at the 3 position.
Inside, knocked away by Wade. Harris kicks it out. Terry for 3. Way short. And a turnover, O'Neal. I don't know if he didn't see anybody or thought somebody was going to cut.
No, he was looking for Wade. Wade was on the left side of the floor. He thought Wade was going to come along the baseline to the right side.
His first mistake of the night. He has been just terrific here in the opening quarter. Harris inside to Dampier. Another turnover.
Yeah, you got to catch those.
Walker just flips it up. Haslem with the follow. He's got that strange shoulder.
Look out here. Look out. 2-on-1.
Terry knocked away right to Dampier, and then O'Neal with the push. Should have let it go. Now the crowd wants Dampier called for a technical for hanging on the rim. Even Riley admitted he had doubts during the season. He even said he asked himself, why did I return at some point? But as the season developed, Doobie, and then the playoffs came, they really came together.
Well, you go back. They were 2-12 versus the division leaders throughout the league. They also had a losing record against the plus 500 teams. They were 19-20. But it came together when they got to round 3 in the Detroit series.
Dampier shoots the one free throw after the Shaquille O'Neal foul. Maybe that hanging on the rim that they let go because O'Neal pushed it.
The push.
Veteran crew of Dan Crawford, Jack Neese, and Kenny Maurer out there tonight, the officials.
Got Dallas right now in his zone.
Walker, nice good drive from Antoine Walker.
Yeah, I like what they're doing though. Right now, Avery is not waiting long periods of time. He went with the double team early on Shaq. Now he just gave them a zone look after a timeout. Try to break up the tempo so that they do not get comfortable.
Mourning with the block.
Yeah, he's got to make that. Dampier's got to be stronger than that.
And then Wade with a travel as Miami with their 5th turnover already.
Mike, we say it all the time. Stop jumping up in the air to make a pass. Because if they cut off the passing lanes, you end up in a turnover. Now just keep an eye here. See, right now, I'm going to jump up in the air. Oh, what happened? Right in front of us on this right side of that picture, the defender cut right in front of the open man.
Even a star like Wade commits the thing that you hear about when you're a little kid learning how to play the game.
Yeah, but Dwyane Wade has been averaging 5 turnovers a game in this series, so Dallas doing an excellent job on him.
Posey in on Nowitzki and reaches in. Heat now in the penalty. And Nowitzki will go to the line. Nowitzki 0 for 4 to start. Our NBA calendar as the finals continue on ABC. Thursday, Game 4, right back here at the American Airlines Arena. And then Sunday, Game 5, if necessary. All the games start 8:30 Eastern. Our coverage tip-off shortly after 9. As Nowitzki hits the first. Game 6 would be next Tuesday. That back in Dallas. The Heat wanted to make sure. Of course, Heat fans gained some hope from what happened in last year's finals. Remember San Antonio, first 2 games at home against Detroit, winning handily over Detroit. But the Pistons came back and became the first team ever to win all 3 at home, those middle 3 games. Inside, Antoine Walker taking it to the basket.
He can take Howard, there's no doubt about that. And once he gets down in there, his pet move is always the spin. So when he comes out of that spin, look for that jump hook.
See, Gary Payton is in. Van Horn, it's inside. Offensive foul. James Posey drew 4 charges in Game 2. He's a terrific defensive player and forces yet another Dallas turnover.
Now this is just a great move by Posey. See, he's already there. Now he will take them, and he will take them every time that he's out on the floor and he has an opportunity. He will always sacrifice his body. Now the turnovers right now for Dallas, this is major. We're talking 7 turnovers now, and when you look at this, they are only averaging 12 a game throughout the 19 playoff games.
And it's the largest lead here of the first half for Miami. Walker again to the basket and draws the foul.
Well, he's playing with a lot of confidence, Mike. He's knowing that he's scoring. The guy's been in the league 10 years. 5 of the times he's scored over 20 points. Now, he knows that he can take Nowitzki as long as he keeps his dribble. As long as he takes 2 dribbles or more, he knows that he can blow by Nowitzki. He's playing with a ton of confidence and he's scoring big in this series.
Walker, former first-round pick of the Celtics, his first 7 years with the Boston Celtics, then played a year with Dallas. He's been with 4 teams in the last 3 years as he misses the first.
Now, that was just an aggressive play by James Posey by getting up over the back of Dirk. One of the very few rebounds that Dirk has missed. Out throughout the series and the playoffs, he's averaging over 12 rebounds a game.
Walker again to the basket, fighting for the rebound. Wade, an excellent rebounder for guard. Sneaks inside, but misses the layup. He's mad. He felt he was fouled. The Heat defense has really been superb, Hubie.
Well, the transition game is good. They're not giving up any layups on the break.
Terry. Nowitzki. Not a good shot that time. There was still time on the shot clock. Nowitzki 0 for 6 from the field. O'Neal. And he's fouled on the entry pass by Dampier.
In tonight's game, you must look for Shaq in transition. When you are coming up the floor, Shaq is going to post up right in front of the basket on the defensive circle. See, he'll be played behind. It's an interesting thing. Anytime that happens, 9 out of 10 times the defender will always be behind you. You've got to give it to him there because he'll get fouled. And if you keep pushing it, you'll get into the penalty early.
Mavs in his own. And 3 seconds, offensive 3 seconds. Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. Yeah, that's a turnover.
Now, I like that. I like what Avery's doing. He's changing things up. That's the second time that they've been in the zone because they're going to force Miami to recognize the zone and let's see some movement. Every time that Dallas has been in it, they have been lucky to run off nice streaks.
Howard, tough shot in the paint. Dampier with the tip. Erick Dampier is really playing with a force, not intimidated at all by Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, what's happening is, Mike, Shaq is leaving his man to go help out on the other side of the lane, and Erick Dampier is doing a terrific job on the boards.
O'Neal, nice pass from Payton. There was a lot of Mavericks in the area, and O'Neal in double figures. He's got 10. O'Neal guarding Nowitzki. And O'Neal hit him on the arm. He's upset. That's going to be his second foul.
Yeah, see, that's a silly foul. Silly foul, mainly because Dirk is struggling right now. You never want to foul a guy in a jump shooter to begin with, but Dirk is struggling. He's got to get on a roll. Don't put him on the line. Coming into this game, he's shooting 94% in the series.
And it didn't look like there was contact as Nowitzki puts down the first free throw. And a technical foul has been called. Gary Payton. Payton talking with Jack Neese. So Nowitzki will shoot the technical. You're down 2-0 in a series and need a win. Just be quiet.
You can see Pat. I mean, Pat is just, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Now, Jackie Neese has been around a long time. You know, he listened to Gary, and, you know, he had patience. He was listening. Now, naturally, you are not privy to the conversation, but then when you saw Jackie turn, you knew it was over.
Well, you knew the way he turns, probably the magic word.
Oh.
So the free throw is good. It's a 7-point game. Early second quarter, game 3 of the NBA Finals from Miami. The first 2 games, all Dallas, winning both by double figures. And the Heat, in what you could call a desperation game, as Jason Williams misses. They lose tonight. They're down 3-0. No team has ever come back from that in an NBA playoff series. As Terry hits a 3, and just like that, the Mavericks right back within 4.
Yeah, see, the zone has been good to them throughout this series. They were in the zone again because they can fast break out. Here's another one.
Griffin the steal. Nowitzki. And finally gets one to fall. He was 0 for 6 as the Mavericks now on an 8-0 run.
Yeah, see, Pat Riley wants a timeout. Now just go back. Game 1, that's how they came back in the second quarter.
And at first, some people doubted it, as Nowitzki had a subpar rookie season. He struggled, as O'Neal whacks it off the backboard. Walker right there for the follow.
That time, that was a smart move by Walker, because once the ball went into Shaq and his man vacated to go down to double team, Walker went right to the front of the rim.
Walker has 8 points. Posey now on Nowitzki. And Nowitzki, after missing his first 6, has hit a couple in a row.
Well, you know he's going to get going. The same thing with Jason Terry. And you're not sweating anything. You're right in this ball game. And Miami is playing at their best, and they cannot shake you.
And again, foul on the entry pass. Dampier, he's second.
Now, this is just a good move. See, he's playing off his man. Now, he knows once he gets up in the air, he can shoot over the top of Posey at any time. James is only 6'6", and Dirk has the size and then the long reach.
And that angle, you see what a pure shooter he is. Pat Riley says he may be the best pure shooter in the league. And again, when you consider he's 7 feet tall.
See, they're going to wear out this zone until Miami proves that they can shoot and get high percentage shots.
Wade drives to the basket. Oh, tough shot from Wade as he hits the floor again. 15 here in the first half for Wade. We still have 7.5 minutes. Terry comes right back.
Yeah, that's where they put the pressure on you. You score, they get the ball right up the floor quick, and they're going to get a shot off within 5 or 6 seconds.
O'Neal calling for it. And a whistle, 3-second violation. Offensive 3-second.
Yeah.
O'Neal mad. He said, get me the ball earlier.
That's right, and he's right. Absolutely right. He had his man pinned, and what happened? They take a few extra dribbles. He's still in the lane. He has his man on his back. You got to get him the ball immediately.
Again, looking for Nowitzki.
It's the same play.
And a travel. Shuffle his pivot foot. 8 turnovers for Dallas.
Yeah, see, they're going to Dirk, and they're getting to him out foul line down. Hopefully that he'll either get the jump shot or here. You're going to see him right now. He's going to take a little skip once he picks the ball up. See, you're not allowed to take 3 bunny steps.
Bunny?
Well, they were little steps. Little steps.
Just over 5 minutes gone by in the second. Wade. And dropped the rebound. Terry on the attack. Here's Wade again to the basket and draws the foul. That shot from O'Neal will not count. And that was a pass, obviously, and it's a 14th foul on Dallas. Well, they're going to call it a two-shot foul. It looked like, obviously, it was an alley-oop pass to O'Neal. Well, they're saying a two-shot foul. Now, Danny Crawford's going to check with his official.
They have to question this.
No, they're going to keep it the same.
Well, if he made that, okay, he could win all the horse games and say that he perfected the shot, okay? No way, that ball didn't have a prayer.
Let's go to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, Dwyane Wade got a very encouraging email from a very good friend of his after Sunday's Game 2 loss. The friend told him, and he said, hey, look, I know you're down 0-2, but the Mavericks did exactly what they were supposed to do. They won at home. Now you have to help lead your troops and do the exact same thing, take care of business at home. Wade said that it meant a lot to him. The friend, LeBron James. Mike?
We've had a couple of calls during the postseason. Some congratulatory calls. Of course, LeBron James, his team in the playoffs, his first playoff appearance was pretty remarkable. Harris. Wade with 6 rebounds to go along with his 16 points. O'Neal, bad pass that time, the turnover.
Good deflection by Stackhouse.
Harris on the drive and puts it in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
He goes crashing into the photographers along the baseline, but he'll get a chance for a three-point play.
You cannot get complacent when you play Dallas, because if you do, they are going to keep running that ball back at you and get this type of an opportunity. This young man can fly in the open floor, and if you're going to play him in that situation, you got to foul him before he gets the ball on a release, where he gets the ball up above his number.
Avery Johnson says still highs and lows with this young man. He says he tries to hit home runs, but sometimes coaches like singles.
Very well put.
He's hit a number of home runs, however, in the postseason. Had some big games against San Antonio. Played very well in Game 2. Jason Williams to the heat. Looked like he had a layup.
He had a layup.
Wade, again, a 3-second violation. Some tennis stars on hand here at the American Airlines Arena. Again, the beautiful people want to be seen here. It's the game. It's the event, Yubi. Wasn't always the case. They certainly are. Howard misses, and Wade another rebound. Yeah, Pat Riley talked about Shaquille O'Neal and Dwyane Wade having big games, activity games. Both have been superb here in the first half. Williams knocks it down. That's the kind of shot he better knock down.
Well, in a situation like that, maybe Shaq, I thought Diop was doing an excellent job trying to deny the passing lane, and he bluffed Williams at least on 2 occasions for making the pass.
Shot clock winding down. Diop right back to Nowitzki. Steps back. That's a 3. And Wade again with the rebound.
He's leading rebounder in the game with 7.
Now 8 with that one.
Oh, that one 8.
Haslem travel. Haslem, we spoke to him earlier today, and he looked like he was still in pain. Haslem with that strained shoulder that he hurt. You can see the bandage on the left shoulder. He hurt in the second quarter of Game 2. Hardly played at all in the second half. He's one of the tough guys in the NBA. There's no way the guy that grew up in Miami, went to high school locally, college in Florida, is going to miss an NBA Finals game just because his shoulder hurts.
Well, they need Haslem to get up into Dirk Nowitzki because he'll take the fouls.
Howard knocks down another 3. He's got 10 points. Well, and the game is tied.
He's 4 for 8 from the field, and he started right on his opening possession. He is looking to score tonight.
O'Neal. Williams again. He's got the feel. He can get red hot.
Well, they're catching the double teamer. Harris is trying to go down in and help out on the pass to the post. And then anything that comes out quick, Jason Williams, 15 to 17 feet, will shoot a high percentage.
Devin Harris. Tough shot. O'Neal with a rebound. O'Neal doing a little bit of everything in the first half.
Yeah, they've got to keep the pressure on. Oh, nice pass.
Beautiful pass, and Wade is fouled.
Well, I thought that was a terrific move by Diop. Diop came down from up above the foul line area and really went after that. That's what you want your front court guys to do. And just watch as that backdoor move. See, Diop, you got to contend.
So Wade will go to the line again. Mourning comes in as Diop has played a strong series. That foul was his second. So now Wade back to the line. Terrific numbers here in the first half. Reminder, log on to NBAstore.com. Visit the official finals shop. Order the 2006 official finals program. Plus other great finals gear for the Mavericks and the Heat. Shop online now at NBAstore.com. O'Neal getting a much-deserved rest. Miami back up by 4. Of course, in the first two games, the last couple of minutes of the second quarter, Dallas with big runs to really turn both games around. Let's see how the Heat do here in Game 3. Van Horn. In and out. That one halfway down. Jason Williams getting a little fancy. Tough shot. Won't go. Not a good shot that time, but Haslem with the rebound and a loose ball foul on Josh Howard. And the Mavericks in the penalty.
Miami worked it very hard in this first half. Now you can see the foul right there. Josh was going up over the top of Haslem. Now that is their 6th offensive rebound in this half. You got to give them credit because they're shooting a high percentage. You shoot over 52%, and then you get 6 offensive rebounds. You know your frontline guys are working.
And Haslem, as we said, born and raised in Miami. Haslem was a chubby kid growing up. Went to University of Florida. Wasn't drafted. Was shocked that he wasn't drafted. Had to go to play in France for a year. And said that was the best thing that ever happened to him. Made him work hard. Made him hold himself accountable. And he came back, played well in the summer league. And living a dream, playing for his hometown team. Said he used to go to the old Miami Arena where the Heat used to play their games. Sat up very high to watch the Heat. Watched Alonzo Mourning. Said the players didn't look so big when he was so far away. Good defense from Williams. But Terry gets away inside. Tough shot. The tip won't count. Terry's shot. He got hit in the face. And he'll shoot 2. Now, we must have looked at it seven or 8 times in slow motion during the commercial. Shows you how difficult it is for the officials. Van Horn did not touch it. You can clearly see it there. And Mourning just tipped it. Now, either way, Terry gets 2 free throws. And misses the second. First miss, second miss from the line for the Mavericks. They've been shooting 81% from the line during the postseason. That is a terrific number for a team.
Once again, they're in their zone.
Walker on the drive. Rushed it. Mourning right there. And Mourning puts it in.
That's what you want to have happen. Anytime against the zone that there's a drive and a shot, there is very little opportunity to block people out on the offensive board. Zoe was right there.
Nowitzki gets the pass. And foul. Antoine Walker with his first. Nowitzki to the line. With 2:20 remaining. You know, we talked about Dirk Nowitzki, and you see, he's become a star. And also a musician, big music fan. In fact, right now, they handed out a sheet to all the fans who came here, and it asked the Heat fans to please, when Nowitzki goes to the line, to chant David Hasselhoff. That's the story that happened earlier in the series, or in the playoffs, when Nowitzki said to get the pressure off himself at the free throw line, he listens to music in his head. He thinks of songs. One of the songs he said was David Hasselhoff, Looking for Freedom, which was a big hit in Germany when Dirk was a kid. He said the whole thing was overblown, but it's become something that the Miami Heat fans will try and grab a hold of.
Well, you're seeing something rare here. He just missed 2 foul shots. During the year, he shot 90%. Throughout the playoffs, 90. In this series, 94.
But the lane violation, again, players coming in before the shooter releases the ball, causes them to get another opportunity. 4-point lead for Miami as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Wade, tough turnaround shot. And Van Horn the rebound. Howard. Oh, my. Dangerous pass, but Stackhouse just holds on. And Stackhouse misses the jam, but lost the ball. Wade. And there's a reaching foul on Stackhouse. Both teams in the penalty right now.
Now this is a great move by Stackhouse coming in. It's unfortunate for him that he misses the dunk. Then it's complicated because all of a sudden you have a loose ball and you're trying to go with a little hustle. You make your dive, and unfortunately, Wade jumps up in the air again, and we have the collision.
Stackhouse upset as he picks up his first. Wade will now shoot his 11th and 12th free throw attempt of the first half. He has bounced back after, for him, what you would call subpar performances.
Well, during the season, Mike, he was second in the league in average, 10.7 attempts per game. And then throughout the playoffs, he's been very consistent, right around 10 a game. But in this series, he was averaging 12 attempts a game before this evening.
Only his third year in the league after a 2-year career at Marquette. Just outside of Chicago, grew up idolizing Michael Jordan. There's been so many comparisons, and he is showing some of those comparisons are legit the way he has played in these playoffs.
Now, right now, they're in a 3-2 zone.
Van Horn can't hit.
Yeah. And that's a pretty good move by Pat Riley, because he came in here with a lot of small players, and he just said, I'm going to protect them. We'll just play a little zone, not allow them to take us one-on-one.
Wade again to the basket. And draws another foul, this one on Van Horn. Back to the line again as Van Horn picks up his second.
Yeah, see, Van Horn was late. Van Horn was late to helping out here. He has it going tonight. See, he was late, and he was definitely inside of the defensive circle.
So Wade will go to the line. We mentioned Wade played at Marquette. His first year, he didn't play as he concentrated on academics to get his grade up, but he still practiced with the team and was around. Tom Crean, who he owes a lot to and talks about quite a bit, the Marquette coach, made him kind of an assistant coach. Wade hung with the coaches. He made him address the team during meetings at halftime of games. Sometimes had him criticize them. Here's a freshman criticizing some seniors. But Wade said it was great for his development, and also as a practice player, because he couldn't play in games, he was always the opponent's best player on the scout team. And he played power forward, shooting guard, point guard. He said it really gave him a good feel for playing all different positions on the floor.
Well, it made him a better ball handler, no doubt about that. He's always been a great defender.
He's got 21 points in the first half to go with 9 rebounds. Stackhouse. Final minute of the first half. The Heat have won 23 consecutive playoff games when they're leading at halftime. That's the second longest streak in the history of the NBA.
Oh, great anticipation.
Harris with the steal, and then Wade with the foul.
What a terrific move by Harris.
That's the third foul on Wade, Ubi. And they're in the penalty, so they'll shoot 2.
Well, Pat's got to make a major decision here. I know there's 46 seconds left. You're looking at possibly 2 possessions. Well, he's coming with Jason Williams right now.
So Wade will sit for the final 46.7 as Harris to the free throw line. Wade trying to talk with Kenny Mauer, the official. Mauer, by the way, his first NBA Finals game. A brilliant first half for Wade, 21 points and 9 rebounds. Harris 1 for 2.
In Dallas, they've weathered a storm here. Miami could not have played a better half, and then you're right in the ball game.
Turnovers have hurt Miami. Jason Williams hits a 3. You can see Williams feels like he's got it going. Knocks it down. He's got 9.
The big thing now is if you run the clock down, you take the shot, Miami's still going to have about 3 seconds.
The Heat finally finishing strong in the second quarter, and the crowd on its feet. Stackhouse. Terry. Shot clock winding down. Stackhouse just gets it off, and an air ball.
Look out, look out.
Walker has to put it up from half court. Oh, just grazes the rim as the first half comes to an end.
Gary Payton was wide open all the way underneath the basket, and he could not get Walker's attention.
And it's a team, Stu, that have out-rebounded their opponent in every playoff game but one. As Howard starts off the second half by nailing a three-pointer. Howard's third three-pointer of the game.
And he's starting right where he left off at the beginning of the first quarter. He's now 5 for 10 from the field, 3 for 3 in threes. He's just having a nice offensive game.
Jason Williams.
Some assists. Right now, Miami only has 8 assists in this game. They need some people other than Shaq and Wade to score, but also delivery. Now, Dwyane Wade is definitely limping, and you can see he's holding on to his left knee.
Dampier, the entry pass, rushed the shot. Griffin the rebound, and puts it in. Adrian Griffin, the ultimate intangible player, undrafted, bounced around not only in the NBA but with minor league teams, and now a starter for an NBA Finals club. O'Neal on the drive and fouled on the way.
See, that was a perfect repost. The ball went into Shaq. The double team came. He passed out of the double team, reposted because Nowitzki was caught rotating to the other side of the floor. Strong move by Shaq.
Dampier, his third foul.
Right now, Dallas in the zone.
Walker given the open look. Throws it down. Shot clock winding down. Walker on the drive. Tough shot. Won't go. Haslem fighting for the rebound. Haslem, they're going to call a jump ball or a foul. One official had a jump ball, but Danny Crawford with the foul, and Haslem is hurting. He told us before the game that strained shoulder that he injured in game 2, he said it only hurts when he raises his arms.
I know. Just keep an eye. You see, he went up and kept that one alive, but that's the arm that he used for the deflection in traffic.
So you can't raise your arms. At least you can dribble and you can cut.
Well, we have seen him go up tonight for some big-time rebounds, especially on follow-ups of missed shots.
And he's still out there. See the bandage. Walker. Every time Walker, we say this over and over again, he takes it to the basket. Something good happens for Miami.
Yeah, he gets in, he gets fouled. We know that he's not a great foul shooter. He's in the low 60s, but when he's left unattended, he can score.
Griffin, 5 on the shot clock. Griffin, tough shot, won't go. O'Neal is 8th rebound.
Now this is what they need. They need some open floor baskets.
Walker again to the basket. Antoine Walker puts the Heat back up by 3. Timeout, Dallas. The story right now, they lead by 3. And it's Pat Riley, of course, with 4 rings. He's been in a number of NBA Finals throughout his career. He's had a great career. His 11th year here in Miami. After coaching for a number of seasons with some heartbreaking finishes and losses, he took over for Stan Van Gundy 21 games into this season. He's under pressure for this team to win. He made a lot of moves in the offseason, replacing Van Gundy as Nowitzki misses, and felt that this team needed to make those changes to win an NBA championship. They have advanced to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. And the team playing much better tonight, Rudy, here in Game 3.
Well, they're going to have to hold on here. Dallas has not hit their stride yet. They're playing well in the second half.
Haslem gets whacked and puts it in. You know, we talk about Pat Riley and Avery Johnson. There are 2 other coaches that should be mentioned with what happened with these teams. Stan Van Gundy, one of them. Van Gundy, 2+ seasons the coach here. He did a tremendous job. He resigned because of family reasons. Now, Riley took some criticism because of that, saying that his shadow maybe forced the decision, but Van Gundy says no, that he wanted to be with his family. He was a terrific young coach, and now Riley steps in and trying to win another title. Meanwhile, for the Dallas Mavericks, Avery Johnson took over for Don Nelson, and Nelson was a big part of the turnaround in this team. Nelson was a mentor to Avery Johnson, first as a player, then as an assistant coach. And both of those coaches, Nelson and Van Gundy, a big part of the development of these teams and some of the players. And Haslem misfires. Free throw shooting again a problem. They've missed 9.
They've missed 9. Haslem has missed 4.
Howard. Josh Howard has got the stroke. 15 points for Howard.
Very slowly. He's just staying within what the offense is running. Just taking his time.
Wade the jumper. Way off the mark. Haslem right there. Blocked by Jock. And Nowitzki with the outlet. Terry, that's a 2-pointer. Jason Terry gives Dallas the lead once again.
He's so easy. And you know they're going to keep coming at you. That's why I said they have not hit their stride yet. And then also, he's the leading rebounder in the game with 10. So can he continue this pace?
Here you see the totals. Still 5:27 remaining here in the third. Wade, as tough as they come, of course, that commercial where he falls down, but always gets up. He hits the deck as much as any player you'll be in. Another missed free throw. That has really hurt the Heat in this series. 10 misses here tonight. Josh Howard with O'Neal right in his face.
Easy. They just do not have the matchup for him, and it doesn't matter who picks him up. He's very quick off the dribble this evening, and then if you lay off him, he's looking for the shot early.
O'Neal stripped. Mavs have the numbers. Nowitzki throws it ahead. Nowitzki for 3. Dirk Nowitzki from downtown, and the Mavericks with their largest lead of the game. A 4-point advantage. And you can feel the crowd a little deflated right now.
Well, this is Maverick basketball. They've come out in this third quarter and have done a terrific job forcing the action, forcing the 3-on-2, 4-on-3s.
Here's the double on O'Neal. Terry, good deflection again. This time, no. Walker comes up with it, launches a 3, way off. Haslem on the follow.
Wow.
Udonis Haslem with that bad shoulder. Wow. Flying in for another rebound.
Now, that was his 8th rebound of the game, and that was a big one.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the third. Howard steps back. Josh Howard lighting it up here in the third.
They continue to run Walker off of screens. Walker, Antoine's having a difficult time staying with Howard anytime off the screens or when Josh makes the catch off the dribble.
Howard getting hot at the right time for Dallas. Shot clock down to 6.
That's moving.
Yep. Udonis Haslem, a moving screen. And Howard trying to fight over it, forces that turnover. Substitutions, Gary Payton will check in, and Jason Williams will sit. Let's go over to Stewart.
Mike, you've seen Josh Howard hit 3 straight shots. Maybe the biggest shot that he hits is with his children's camp in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's about 100 kids come to his camp every summer, and he was one of just 22 players invited this year to participate in Olympic tryouts. He turned it down without a thought, he said, because it would have conflicted with his camp. Now, when I said to him, Josh, it's the Olympics, he didn't bat an eyelash, didn't stutter. He said, it's my kids. If I tell my kids that they can't have this camp, it would break their hearts, Mike.
He is so dedicated to his community.
Well, right now, they better wake up. And the reason is you only have 12 points in this quarter. Now, in game 1, they had 13 in the second quarter, 12 in the fourth quarter. And that's when Dallas made their spurts. In the second quarter, they got back in the game. And the fourth quarter, they put it away. Now, they are playing typical Maverick basketball, taking advantage of every turnover. Now, 10 turnovers
down the other end, and then makes an explosive move.
Well, that's why you should take advantage of him right now. He's playing Stackhouse, and anytime that you get Stackhouse in an isolation, he should take him off the dribble.
Walker trying to stop Howard, who's been superb here in this third quarter. And Walker the foul. Howard to the line.
No way can Walker play him. I mean, just right here, this is a strong move. Strong move by Wade, but you see.
That's where he got hurt. Did you see that left knee? And earlier in the game. And you can see the effect it's had as Howard knocks down another. Howard has 10 points here in the period. He's been limping. And a couple of times we see him grimacing. Howard, the last pick of that 2003 draft out of Wake Forest. You have the LeBron James and Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, great players. Howard's right up there with him. The very last selection of that first round. Wade on the drive again. Comes up short. And Dampier the rebound. And a foul call. It's going to go against Wade. That's going to be number 4 on Dwyane Wade.
Well, I think he's frustrated there because he left this short. See, he had a good opportunity to score right there. Now now this is Howard banged into him first, and as he just grabbed it by the elbow, well, it depends upon what your angle was. And Jackie Neese made the call. He was out on top of it, foul line extended, so he had a pretty good look.
Well, that replay, though, it did not look like the correct call. But Wade didn't really argue that much. That's usually the telltale sign. Terry inside Dampier, and Walker just hacks him.
Well, that's the situation. You must force Dampier to go to the line. He's moved extremely well here tonight. Every time that Shaq will leave him to help out on a drive or on a rotation, Dampier has set himself up to make a catch and a potential dunk.
Dampier to the line for 2. NBA Finals continue on ABC Thursday, Game 4. Right back here in Miami. 8:30 coverage start. Tip-off shortly after 9. Then Sunday, Game 5 if necessary. Same start at 8:30 Eastern. And then next Tuesday, if the series continues, we'll be back in Dallas. And again, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 9 as Harris back in. Terry will sit down. Dampier, first-round pick of Indiana way back in '96. Played his college ball at Mississippi State. They went to the Final Four his last year there. And then 1 year with the Pacers, 7 years with Dolan State. Didn't make the playoffs once in his first 8 years in the league. Got a taste of it last year in his first year with Dallas after signing a big free agent contract. And he has played well in his first NBA Finals. Under 2 minutes left. O'Neal, good deep position, but can't put it in.
Now that's good high percentage basketball. They get that. That puts the pressure on Shaq to make those. That is in his friendly area.
Stackhouse on the drive. Short. O'Neal trying. Dampier right there and puts it in.
Now that's discouraging. 3 white shirts were right there. No one made a move for that offensive board. And, you know, you're Pat Riley, you're frustrated right now, mainly because Dallas is out hustling you.
An 18-point turnaround here in this period. Bad pass
while he was in the air and the ability to play the glass.
On the rebound was the foul.
Right.
Wade, Haslem. Haslem puts it up. In and out. That one halfway down. And Terry comes away. Nowitzki calling for the ball. And a foul on Haslem on the way to the basket. The Heat in the penalty. That's the 15th foul, so Dirk Nowitzki will shoot 2 free throws. He is one of the best in the NBA from the line.
Well, tonight Dirk was 7 for 8 from the foul line. He said coming into this game he was shooting 94% in this series.
He's having another terrific game. Nowitzki growing up as a kid in Würzburg, Germany. Talking the other day about how he used to watch every NBA Finals from when he was 13. And often because of the time difference in his homeland, it was in the middle of the night. Always dreamed of playing in an NBA Finals, and he is performing beautifully.
Strong part of his game, which does get little notice, and that is the fact that he turns the ball over only 2 times a ball game. For a guy who handles it so much, that's an incredible stat.
He's developed into a superb all-around player.
Right now, they're in the 2-3 zone.
Wade steps back for 3. In and out again. Haslem with the offensive rebound. Stripped by Howard. Dives on it. Howard comes away with it.
Great hustle by Howard.
Wade has to be careful. He has 5 fouls.
Main thing now for Miami, no fouls. You just cannot put them on the line. They shoot over 80% as a team.
Jason Terry looking. Shot clock at 7. Stackhouse with Jason Williams. Shot clock at 2. Terry for 3. And a 24-second violation. It has to hit the rim so that he can get it back with 2:04 left, down 5.
Now that was an excellent double team. They needed to double team Stackhouse because he had Jason Williams posted up.
Now by as many as 13 here in the 4th quarter.
Remember, we tell you now, Miami only has 1 timeout remaining.
Williams for 3. Off the mark. O'Neal, the rebound, goes back up, misses the jam, but is fouled. Dampier saying, hey, wait a minute, I got pushed on the rebound. And now Shaquille O'Neal will go to the free throw line for 2 huge free throws. And we certainly know how he has struggled from there.
Now keep an eye on this. Now, right there, you can see that Dampier was pushed out of the way. You didn't get a clean look at that, but he had a right to complain.
So O'Neal, who has struggled as much as you possibly can from the line. He's 2 of 4 tonight. Clutch free throw right there.
Remember, Dallas has two timeouts, 2 fulls, and 8:20.
His wife and his father. I don't know if his dad can look. Knocks them both down. It's back to 3. The nerves of a father. Chance of defense roaring down.
Now here's that screen in that area.
Terry on the drive. Stackhouse won't go. Tip knocked around. Out of bounds. Heat ball. Again, Pat Riley only has 1 timeout left.
Now that was a sweet move. They ran the clock. They got a great move to the basket. High percentage shot. They had a good chance at the offensive rebound. They just got an unfortunate bounce.
Still plenty of time.
Avery Johnson did not want a timeout. Dirk looked over there. He waved him off, made the call.
41 for Dwyane Wade.
Oh,
Haslem with the steal. Here goes Haslem inside, stripped by Terry, and a foul. And the Heat with a chance to take the lead from the free throw line.
That was a terrific anticipated move for the deflection. Watch Haslem gauge that beautifully. Now, he just could not get the handle on that. And then Jason Terry made a terrific move in cutting him off and then getting the deflection.
So Haslem will shoot 2. He is 0 for 4 from the line tonight. Normally a good free throw shooter for his career at 78%. And right now, the young man who grew up in Miami with the 2 biggest free throws of his life. Tie game. The local kid with a chance to give his team the lead. Pat Riley will send in Gary Payton.
No,
but he's not ready. They're ready to put it to the free throw shooter.
That's right. And they held it off. They were thinking of bringing Payton back in the game.
1 more for Haslem. Miami leads.
All right, now the reason is that Dallas went small. All right, by going small that time, they were going to potentially take out Shaq because there was no one for Shaq to defend.
An 18-4 run. They were down by 13. The Heat back up by 1. Dallas ball when we come back. But now they need a stop.
Well, right now they brought in Gary Payton. So, right, Miami is small right now, and they're also matched up where they have Haslem on Nowitzki.
Terry.
Oh, there he is.
Gets the open look again. Terry can't hit. Rebound Posey.
Well, they got what they wanted. He said that's been an open shot. They've only defensed it 1 time.
And a foul will be after the rebound, and the Heat will shoot. Again, you couldn't hear the whistle. It's so loud in this place as Terry picks up his 2nd. And Posey will go to the free throw line. Posey also a good free throw shooter, 82% for his career. This will be his first attempt of the night. His numbers down in the playoffs from the line. Posey's done a terrific job defensively.
Well, throughout this series, he's done an excellent job on the boards as well as defense. He only gets a few shots a game, but he's shot a good percentage.
Way short. That's their first miss in the fourth quarter. They've been poor from the line all series, but they've hit big ones down the stretch here in game 3. Again, Dallas with plenty of timeouts remaining. Every foul now is in the penalty. Posey. 2-point lead for the Miami Heat.
Now, Miami still has one timeout. Dallas has one timeout. And
a stirring fourth quarter comeback. And the Miami Heat right back in the NBA Finals.